Hello everyone, it's me again. Today we're going to do something a little different. No Nindroid to unpack. We're going to have to get this tape out of the way. Yeah, something came in and I was like, do I do a video of it? Do I not do a video of it? Because it's different from what I normally do. And it's not even a scale figure. But this anime is near and dear to my heart, as it is. I feel a lot of people really love it, and it has a following. And if you couldn't tell by the shirt, I am talking about this bad boy right here, the pop-up parade for Viral. I'm actually really glad that I chose to get it through the Good Smile US store instead of ordering off of AmiAmi, because this box is kind of big. I was like, whoa, that's kind of a big box for a pop-up parade. But it's kind of because, like, in the design, I was like, I kind of like it because it's a little bit more dynamic than most pop-up parades. Most pop-up parades are very kind of simplistic for the most part. They are doing pop-up parade larges, which I'm kind of curious if I'm going to try one of those or not, because they do have prototypes for panty and stocking ones. So I'm kind of, and if you get two of them together, they do the end scene of the season 1 of the anime. You can say season 1 now because season 2 is legitly getting made. Anyways, we're talking about Viral. So Viral was one of my favorite characters from Gurren Lagann, and I prayed and prayed for them to make an android of him and Nia, because those are my two favorite characters. Didn't happen. So when I saw this come up, I was like, yes, I need it. I feel like the pose is good. It's a little bit more dynamic. So I was like, and with Viral especially, like, you're very limited on merch. Like, I feel like Nia, you're limited on merch too, because Yoko is more of the popular characters, so she gets a lot more figure representation. But you also do get a couple of Nias here and there. I myself would have liked to see more. I think the only thing with Nia is that there's not a whole lot of representation of her, the post-time jump. I really would like to see more figures of, like, the post-time jump, and that's why I was like, I like post-time jump Viral just because of the character development he goes through between the beginning of the show and the second half of the show. But I'm going to take what I can get. So let's go ahead and open this guy, because I'm probably just going to do the whole video like this, even though y'all probably don't want to see my ugly old ass face. But not like I have to do any part changing or pose changing or anything like that. And of course the box is like your typical, like, pop-up parade box. I mean, other than being big as all get out. It's just very simplistic, which, you know, doesn't really bother me one way or the other. Let's see if there's any tape. Yes, there is tape. Here, tape over here. And here he is, fresh out of the plastic. Oh, they even covered his little weapon, his cleaver. I guess that's what that is. He looks pretty good to me. Like, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, like, he looks pretty decent. He would be something that I'm like, okay, that's, because the hair doesn't have a whole lot of shading, if any at all. But with the art style in animes like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, like, they're very bright anyway, so it doesn't really bother me all that much, even though there's like this little, okay, I was like, okay, that's good. I thought it was a pink flaw on his crotch, but it's just it's just dust. Okay, it goes like this. And of course, you have this ugly face that I've heard that they're not consistent of the bases with pop-up parades. Like sometimes they still do these weird shaped like clear bases, and then other times they just do a black base. I've even heard or seen where they do white bases now. So that I don't really care for these bases, but I don't mind this one as much because it is a black color. It's not, I mean, it's a little see-through, but it's not vexing like some of the other pop-up parades are, where it's like a really weird color that kind of takes away from the figure itself. This is like black, but it's not like a matte black. It's like a see-through black, so it's not that bad. I'm really tempted to get a Cowboy Bebop one from the US online store, just because they have they all have the normal hexagonal shaped bases, but they have special ones that have like Cowboy Bebop on it, which I feel like if they're going to do that kind of base, that it would be better to have it kind of like special like that. But that's just me, you know, with Nendroids, I'm a sucker for special bases, so why not for everything else? But anyways, I really do like this guy. I'm going to actually flip the camera around and let you see him up close. Okay, so here he is in all his glory, up close. Yeah, I'm really super ecstatic about having him. Now, like I said, his hair doesn't seem to have a whole lot of shading, like maybe like slight shading, but there's actually, I didn't really notice it until just now, there's a good amount of shading on his outfit, especially like the darker colors, maybe not so much the red. The red would have needed a little bit more shading, but like the brown is very nicely shaded. But yeah, like it's really cool. I really love his hands. Like it's just great. And there was no, I was almost thinking there was going to be like some kind of assembly required for you to like put the cleaver in, but it's actually like, it actually came that way, which I'm like greatly surprised. But yeah, I would highly, highly recommend it. Like, if you get it, look at his face. Like, I think they captured his face very well, too. Like, I absolutely love this. I still wish and hope that they will do a Nendroid of him, but I'm at least glad that I get this. Because, like, even this, like, I really love the way this... Now, there is a little bit... I do see a little bit of paint... imperfections right here through the torso. The sculpt is amazing on the torso, but I don't think that it'll bother me that bad, especially since it's like to the side. And then for the price, you really cannot beat this guy. Like I love him. I am not upset about this at all. And y'all know me, like I'm very picky. So if I can sit here and be like, a couple of errors here and there, it doesn't really bother me that much. Like, it's a good figure, that if I'm saying that, or that I'm just really happy to have a virile figure. Anyways, sorry for a little bit of rambling, but it's going to be a short review just because there's really not that much to review. You just have a static figure. But I would definitely recommend this figure to any Gurren Lagann fan, especially a virile fan. I feel like if you're a fan of the character and you really love him, you got to get this figure. I don't know if he's probably still in stock, because they just actually like sent this to me, because I did pre-order it. And I would recommend getting it from like a US based store location. I would even maybe see if they have them on Amazon, because sometimes they do have them on Amazon, just because I know with the box being so large, it's going to make shipping, especially if you're shipping from overseas, it's going to make it a little expensive. But I definitely would say pick him up if you can get around retail. He's awesome. hope y'all enjoyed this. I guess leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what other like anime characters from older properties you'd love to see, even if it's a pop-up parade, because like at this point, like I keep asking Good Smile Company for all my goddess nindroids, but at this point, like I'm like, you know, I'd settle for a pop-up parade at this point, because I missed out on those bunny girls. But see, I can't pull the trigger on the bunny girl scales yet, the 1/4 scales. Like I just can't. Like they take up so much space. And then those came out a couple years ago, so it might be a little bit more difficult to find. And plus, I want them in their goddess outfits. So anyways, y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all later.